just like, you know, we both educators, and you got to keep it real and show people the growth within you, bro. Like, I think that guides people more than anything else, not the manufactured lessons you try to kick people. Is really like a representation of where you've been and how far you've come. That's way more powerful, bro.
People need to see it in action. People need to see it like in the flesh, bro. You got to see the tangible of everything to believe that you can do it. I truly believe that. So that's, especially going into teaching with the real high schoolers now, that's all I'm trying to show these kids. Bro, I came from, you know, same place y'all came from, blah, 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 whatever it is. Just go out there and try. That's really what it's about. Don't let whatever was given to you dictate what's going to be your future.
Yeah.
Go out there and try and make something shake.
Yeah, they be getting lost in the sauce in regards to like the current situation. Like my partner, he always be telling me, and this is something it took me a long time to get to, is like he feels like he got where he got to now. He's doing real great things. He coaching, and he had a level where he never imagined going, but he always tell me like, bro, you gotta have forward thinking. Like you gotta be able to think like years and years in the future, because right now doesn't really matter as much as people want to make it out to be. Like day to day, what you do, it's like it matters if you thinking forward and you have a long-term plan. Like for these kids, like, you know, they do a lot of things that we consider dumb, or we consider, you know, saying not that smart or whatever. But if they got a plan forward, and, you know, if we give them a plan, something to think about, they're gonna be all right. Like just like us. Like we went through stuff. Like we did some stupid stuff, but at the end of the day, look at where we are now.
Sometimes, you know, it's a slower process for others, but I think that's a great way of looking at it. If you have a plan, your day-to-day is now actually building progress. It's progress, progress, progress. If you're just spinning your wheels and not really having anything in mind, then, I mean, you live and you survive, but you ain't really getting nowhere to be thriving with it, right? That's what we always talk about. So
yeah, that's a band. So that's what we're doing. We're gonna set the room. Be a Light podcast mission statement is the #1 mentorship for mindset development, career ascension, education, and leadership cultivation. We are authentic, positive, respect all sex, race, religion, political views, and preferences, because we for all people. And we like to have a great sense of humor, kicking, you know, that funny-ish. We like to have a good time. Welcome back to the Be a Light podcast. It's your boy K.Sloan, here with the homie. Half of the Be a Light podcast is here today. My guy.
you know, somebody got to come shine a little bit of light on the world, man. You know, it's the boy Nate G, H-Town.
H-Town representative. H-Town representative. Brand new profession.
Man,
I guess not
stepping back into the world of teaching. Brand new level of teaching. And honestly, not even that. I have technically taught high school before. It's truly not my first experience with it. It feels different saying I'm going to be a full-time high school teacher though. So that's, you know, still a little bit of adjustment, but I've taught like the early college programs when I was at Lone Star. So I'm experienced with it. I think I had like mostly sophomores and juniors, maybe some seniors in there, but we'll see. I think these kids got to be right. So,
where they go? You're gonna teach them how to be right.
Yeah, you know, this is a class about growth. That's what I'm teaching. We gotta get to education, but y'all gonna come and grow as people taking my class.
And the key with that, to me, I feel like now with this being my 5th year, it's like they always could be right. You know what I'm saying? Even if they don't seem to be right, they always could be right.
Just like growing, like, honestly, I look at the teaching profession as pretty much like half counseling, right? On how you just really interacting with the kids. These kids going through a lot. Like, you're becoming a young adult if you're in high school. My wife, she just moved up to counseling at the high school level too, but she's just done middle school for the last 3 years.
Yeah.
The kids is going through a lot. Like, it's really crazy. Like, your body is changing, your emotions, all of that stuff, hormones, we know all of that stuff. But you processing that for the first time and how to interact in different social situations, like you're becoming your real like social identity. It's a lot of crazy stuff. So I think now I'm a little bit more equipped to just like already understand that, and I'm gonna get the kids, you know, like, hey, bro, I get it, y'all dealing with whatever. let's come in here. I'm asking for 50 minutes of your time, whatever it is. Let some of that stuff go and just focus in the moment. Cause that's a big thing. When you're talking about like real heavy stuff, bro, if you can stop and plant your feet somewhere and actually do something to take your mind off of it, that give you that second to breathe, really. And now you can kind of handle those situations better. So
Yeah.
that's like a little bit of insight on my teaching style. I try to bring to the classroom.
Now I rock with that. I rock with that. I think that's big though, giving them that, that experience to be able to jump into something and lose themselves within it. Cause that's what it really ends up being. Cause you bring all that baggage to school, or say even us, we're gonna bring baggage to work sometimes. Like you're gonna have life going, new things happen. They come on and you just got added stress. Like you're not gonna be the same man every time you walk in them doors. So you got to be aware and conscious of, losing yourself in it too. Like they say when someone teaches, they learn twice, or two people learn. That's what they say. When someone teaches, two people learn. You know what I'm saying? The student and the teacher. Because it's like every time I try to get this message across to you, I can't do it the same way with you every time, and I can't do it the same way with everybody. And depending on the environment, shoot, it might take me to be radical at times. It might take me to be a little more chill, a little more relaxed. A little more audio, a little more visual, bro. It's finesse, bro. It's an art, bro. It's an art, bro.
I have to be a radical teacher. I'm gonna try to channel a little bit of that lean on me.
You gonna have to,
die high.
bro. You gonna have to, bro. It's gonna make you do it. Like the teaching profession is like, they always say they should pay us more because of the fact that people don't really understand until they get into that room.
Mm-hmm.
Or that gym, or that area where you trying to get that message across, how just complex it really gets when you dealing with just all types of personalities at the same time, and you have to command that joint, and you are solely in charge of making sure that the lesson hits the student and it expands in their brain, bro. Like you got to get it somehow to go some way in their brain. They got to like ignite somewhere and just take off. It's just like, bro, that joint is.
It's gonna be fun though. Hey, but this is why we say parent your kids. The teachers of America do not need to be raising the children for you. Send them kids to school acting right so we can do our job. I'm on a different side now, so I'm voice of the teachers now.
Yeah, they gonna be it's gonna be fun, bro. Dealing with the parents is fun too. Parents, take accountability for what's going on in your household, straight up, because your kids is diming y'all out. Just letting y'all know. Y'all out here councilmen, y'all out here doctors, y'all out here lawyers, but your child coming to the school, they cutting up, and we know what's going on at home, y'all. We know what's going. The teachers know. If don't nobody know, we know. We know.
Stories. Hey, honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to getting like all of the messiness from other teachers.
You said the messiness?
Yeah, like on some really childishness. Like I just want to hear like what be going on in these other classes. Y'all deal with like some crazy parents. I want to hear the stories because hearing my wife's stories just from what she get out the counselor's office be pretty amazing. So being right there in it, I'm pretty sure I'll be laughing every day.
Bro, it's crazy, bro. It's honestly, man, you're gonna have your own world with that, bro. You're gonna have a lot. You ain't gonna have no shortage of stories, bro. It's gonna be, you ain't gonna have no shortage. Like it's gonna be there. I just know sometimes for me, I even have to draw myself away from it. It's so much. There's so much that's going on, bro. Like our school got like almost 3,000 kids, bro. That's, what I'm saying? Each kid got a set of parents. So it's like, bro, man.
See, so I'm gonna swing that into what we're talking about today. That's where it's gonna be new for me. Dealing with it on that big of a level, that's something totally different from me. Like I've been at work chilling for the last 5-6 years, pretty much, where it's like always a small group, really don't have a lot of stress and drama in our job. So it's never like a bunch of negative that I have to pull myself away from sometimes. So I think that's very real with the teaching profession.
And yeah, you're right. And going into, like you said, like the topic, bro, new beginnings, you know what I'm saying? We want to talk about just new beginnings. We talking about the school year, and you got the school year coming up. A lot of kids coming back to school, got a lot of teachers coming back to school, got a lot of parents getting ready to let their kids out. You know what I'm saying? They've been seeing them all summer, and now they're getting ready to go to school. You got people starting new jobs, you got people starting new families, you got people losing family members, you got a lot of new things happening, and people having to adjust. And we just kind of wanted to expand on just the importance of being able to shed the old things and welcome in the new. So with that, we're gonna have a couple of guests coming here and chop it with us. But I mean, you know, I know for me, bro, it's definitely ushering in this new season. Like I always talk about seasons, bro. It's big. But my brother, I'm trying to bring him in. You know, it's always something with my brother, bro. He be acting like he don't know how to work technology, but this dude posts 10 times a day, Nate. He got 10,000 followers on Instagram. He can't get in a Zoom call. I'm like, bro, like what?
Bro.
Like,
Hey, honestly, look though, I'm gonna give him a pass because I watched a younger teacher struggle with Zoom the other day, like badly.
what's up, Corey? What's going on? You know, so, all right, shoot me your email again. All right. So we got technical difficulties, but we're gonna get him in here. But you know, while he's sending me that, bro, I mean, what do you feel like is the importance of, you know, starting new, being able to open yourself up? Because I mean, like I said before, you and I both are rolling into that season of, you know, we got to be setting those intentions for what this new area, time period of our life is gonna look like. So what's that look like for you right now? And what's the importance of that?
Man, the importance of it is everything, bro. That's how you make it to life. We talked about it before. That's what growth is. You have to be able to hit every new opportunity with open arms. Is really my thing. Everything ain't gonna be good. I do want to start by saying that because I feel like, you know, let's address the why people are afraid of new things, right? Change is uncertain, change is unknown, all of that stuff is scary. That's real, that's cool, that's fine. But more often than not, if you actually embrace the change and you're ready for it, it's going to be something positive. That's really how I feel about it. If you're doing the right things, like if doors are opening for you, it's going to still be something new. Oh, I just got a new job. I could say, oh, I'm super nervous to go in here. But bro, if you're doing it the right way, like, cool, you might be a little apprehensive at first, but it's going to work out. It's going to be a positive opportunity for you. So to me, when you are faced with new things, with new opportunities, new chances for growth, accept it, man. That's the main thing. That's what's most important to me. Because if you don't, you're not gonna get the most out of that experience that you need. You're not gonna get what you need to grow and go to the next level. So
Yeah. Oh my bad, I didn't mean to cut you, bro.
I don't know. You,
Nah, and I feel like my brother hopping in now, but I feel like you get a double benefit with that too. So you get you know what I'm saying? You got the new experience where you come into it where it's like, okay, this is something brand new. So no matter what, good or bad, I'm about to learn from it. Super good, I'm about to learn something I can continue to do early. I'm gonna learn something that, man, if I keep doing this, I'm not gonna be able to grow. And then I just feel like with that experience as well, it kind of like adds to like the variety of who you are as a person, like the different tools, man, that you're gonna learn how to utilize different skills in different ways. Like new situations always have seeds of greater benefit because of it's not the same old thing. Like you're not on that same rat race hamster wheel of grinding the way you was once doing it, or maybe if it's a new relationship, like you're gonna learn something new about a different person that's gonna feed you a little bit, or maybe they might take something from you, but you're not gonna put yourself in the same exact situation ever again. Like, and I think to me personally, I feel like that's been a major benefit for my life, bro. Like being 30 and having, and I was told I should never drop my age, but I did it, whatever. But being 30, I was told I should never do that. Somebody told me that, professional. But I feel like that's kind of helped add to my wisdom bank is the fact that I try out so much so often. I think it helps me like appear more wise to people because I just tried so many things. Like it's like I've done this, I've done that, I've done this. So it's like people be like, man, how you know so much? It's like because I done burned myself essentially in a lot of different ways because I was trying out stuff. So Corey got glasses on right now. I'm just not looking at him. He got these glasses on. Bro, what you trying to do, man? You know you don't wear glasses. That boy here, okay. That boy got his glasses on today. What's up, man?
What's going on, boss?
Introduce yourself to the people, my guy.
Man, it's Sloan God coming at you live, man. I'm just coming on and just listen to some wisdom, spread some wisdom, learn a little something today.
Okay, for sure, for sure. And man, so we were talking a little bit. Me and Nate was speaking to the point of, you know, these new beginnings. And I know you had a question you wanted to lobby up to the group, and then we could kind of pass it around and expand on that. So what we looking at right now? What we got?
Absolutely. So my first question was like, what are some of the steps mentally that you take as far as trying to determine if this goal or this new beginning or whatever you're going to go through is worth pursuing? You feel me? Like what are some of the things you say in your head? Like, okay, I'm good at this. I got these good skills, or whatever the case may be, and you start to formulate it to something that's actually pursuable.
I like that.
Real question. That's a great question.
Yeah.
Honestly and truly, the simple answer on that is it financially worth it? Honestly, just like I'm at that season in my life where a lot of opportunities have to be financially worth it for me to invest any kind of energy into it. Now, after that, is this an opportunity for me to really grow? Is this somewhere I can see myself being comfortable and getting to like express my true nature, whatever it is, to like really be comfortable in the environment that I'm going to be moving into? But when you're in a growing season, it's about going to get that fertilizer. So that's really what makes my decision.
That's what's up. Say it again. In that growing season, what?
Gotta go get your fertilizer, man. Got to. So it may not always. I think that one is a real thing for me with young adults. A lot of times, I think people are unsure about like jobs and what they want to do career wise. Bro, just go get the bag. Honestly, don't do nothing that's gonna really like violate your principles or anything. But go get the bag. That's really what's important. That makes a lot of decisions easy to make, right? Because you can be unsure on some things. Is this really for me? Is this company where I want to go? Hey, if company A make you feel, like a 7 out of 10, and company B make you feel like a 6.5 out of 10, but company B paid 25,000 more, I'll be a 6 today. Okay. I'm cool. Like that's what it is. But
okay,
a lot of things is where you're gonna be in your mental space, man. Take those, mental checks for yourself. Kind of see if you're gonna be okay with whatever the outcome could be, good or bad, right? Because you never know. Anything can go either way. Make sure you take note of this could be the fallout, whatever the bad opportunity, could be. Can I live with that? Can I bounce back from that? On the other side of it, how good can this get? I want to explore it.
Nah, I can second that for sure. I can second exactly what you said about it being connected, in regards to like, how it makes you feel, right? Like what makes you feel more empowered, I would say. And I think even going into what you said about the pay, I'm not surprised you said that, Nate. And that's why I always like the fact that we have the contrasting ideas on here, because I know you definitely rest on logic. We always talk about that, and logically that makes sense. And for myself being an empath, I have to always think about what, like in the situation, the exact situation you just said, the 6.5 and the 7. I'm gonna fight myself to take the bag. I'm gonna fight myself to take the bag because that I do so much better work when I feel better. So I really am more productive when I feel better. So like I feel what you're saying, and I do that. I have done that multiple times, but it was a fight though, because
We agree with what you're saying. But you know what makes me feel better?
what's that?
Big check guy.
You feel a lot better about whatever I just did. I feel you.
I feel that though. That's really important. You do have to take into account how are you going to be affected by this? Because you're taking on a new role in life, whatever it is, that becomes a part of you. That's going to have a major impact on you. So people be out there going crazy behind work, bro. So
Facts.
don't go out there and lose your sanity, your mental well-being just for that. That ain't what I'm saying. So
And I know what you're saying. I think we gonna have people that think both ways on that one, like for sure. That's why I kind of wanted to address that, and then Corey to address your question directly. Talking about how to set my intentions is what I would call it. Going into my goals is like, bro, I look at, is this gonna be good for me down the road? Like we was talking about earlier on the podcast here, 10 years. I really do want to be able to see if this made sense. Like right now, 10 years later, as to where I want to go. Everything that I set for myself, it should make sense in the story. Like if I took more money at this time, the money I was taking, I used it to do something else to set me up somewhere else. Like it all has to work together. Because if I'm working with my hand like this, essentially with different jobs or different relationships that don't work together, then I feel like I'm wasting my time. I need it to come together like a fist and punch through the big goal. So my purpose, my mission needs to be overarching, and whatever it is I decide to go and, you know, pursue, it has to make sense. Like it cannot be away from the central goal. Like it's like a web. So everything should be, you know, auxiliary to the main goal, so to speak. And it has to be feasible, of course. I'm not going broke for nothing. Like there's nothing that's going to take all my money out of my pocket unless it was really directly tied to the mission and I believed in my heart I was going to get an ROI, which means return on investment, bro. Like whether that be time or money. If I spend time or money, I got to get a return. I got to get a return. Like teaching is not a money profession, but I believe the return is in the spiritual growth and just the overall just fulfillment. So I get my return. I'm gonna get my return. May not be in cash, but I'm gonna get my return because it grows me and it lets me do stuff like create the book. Make sure you go cop the book. Blessed to have received an offer from, you know what I'm saying, on Amazon. Hey, Dave, you see how smooth I did that though? You see how smooth I did that though? But yeah, you know what I'm saying? So we gotta make sure we are fulfilling ourselves, and I think that everything got to be connected, bro. Like 100. Like I got to make sense of it mathematically, then emotionally, and then pull the trigger, and all of that has to happen in a short time frame. It ain't like we waiting all day to do that. Like you got to make that decision. So that's how I feel about it.
I can dig that.
What you think, Corey?
I mean, my perception is different. Like I feel like whenever it comes to as far as my profession in music, I feel like I've been like I'm at the crap tables. Like I'll go all in. Like I'll do everything that I need to because I drive off of passion. So I feel like I'll just, you know what I'm saying, I'll do this, that, and the fourth and everything that I need to do. And I know that it might be my all, but I'll believe in that dream. So I'll just go ahead and push forward towards that. It might get some type of return, just like you said about the money, but it won't be the return that, you know, I saw in the whole entire bigger picture. So maybe I would need to actually, you know, I totally agree with what bro said. Like maybe you need to understand that if it's taking more than what you're giving, it's probably not worth it. If you're just losing so much, you see your negative take, it's probably not worth it. Like you gotta see the bigger picture as far as the steps of finances, as far as what you need to put in and what you're getting out.
And real quick, Nate, can you tell that we was raised in the same household a little bit? through the way he, you know what I'm saying?
But what he said is real. And honestly, I think when we're talking about musicians or something artistic like that, I think it's a little bit different because it's not like a real formula always to that kind of stuff. Like you really do have to go out there and say, bro, I'm so passionate about this, I'm gonna bet on myself. So I think it could be a little bit of a different answer depending on situations, honestly, because he just made me think about it a whole different way when he dropped the music thing on me. So
But
I feel that.
but I'm gonna say, okay, I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example, right? Nipsey Hussle, right?
Right.
All right, he's a late great Nip. He sold the album for $100, right? That doesn't really like that was a logical decision that he made because he was trying to show the world that I believe my product is so valuable and I have the audacity to sell it for $100 and somebody gonna buy it, right?
Right. But
You talk to me.
pause on that one.
Talk to me.
At that point in time, no, Nipsey wasn't like some worldwide name, but he had already been in the rap game. Like he already had some connections where, hey, I'm cool enough with you. If you say the book $100, I'm gonna buy the book and promote the book a little bit. I'm gonna say so it's a little different. I'm talking more like people who are trying to get a foot into the door. Like that was his foot to like level up again, right? And I'm cool with that. I respect all of that. But I'm saying like from the real, I'm making a decision on, am I paying the light bill this month? Am I go, you know, make sure I can eat good this week, whatever it is, and I'm trying to chase this dream. So I think it's a little bit different, but I'm gonna say still be logical about it. Your dreams are your dreams. Go out there and be able to fund your dreams is the number one thing, right? So the decisions for me, like you said, it's always gonna be logically based for me, bro. Do whatever is gonna put you in the best position to grow. And like we're talking about with doing new things and exposing yourself to new opportunities and taking those steps for growth, that's the only way that you can actually grow, bro. You have to do it. Whether it's uncomfortable, whether you feel weird about it, you think people will talk about you, bro, you got to do it. It's simple. You really don't have a way around.
Yeah, 100. and Corey, you know what I'm saying, or Sloan guy, my bad, you know what I'm saying. I'm gonna start calling you by your stage name more often, you know what I'm saying. You still Corey to me. But I've been seeing like, you know, you've been doing your concerts, you've been performing and things like that. And to me, that's kind of like, you know, there's certain performances you can go do that'll be lower budget for you, like, you know what I'm saying, less money coming out your pocket, and then you funding your dream with your attention that you are giving to it, and people are giving to your dream. So then there's that free, so to speak, you know what I'm saying, attention or funding that you're doing. So there's a lot of different ways to kind of, you know, do that without, you know what I'm saying, pouring out your bag into, you know, every single endeavor. Like, yeah, you do got to pour your bag in no matter what. You know, if you don't pay for it, it ain't gonna pay you. That's a fact. But you know, there's different ways to pay. Like there's even in relationships, bro, like our ladies, like, you know what I'm saying, your woman gonna teach you that. Like there's different ways to show her that you love her, and they're gonna be always the same way. So you gotta be hitting it on all fronts in regards to how you are showing that love. Remember, Be Light Podcast is a podcast directed towards positivity, light radiation, and love and energy.
Family friendly podcast.
Family friendly podcast. So yeah, man. So 100. You doing it right, man. You doing it right. So man, you got anything you want to leave for the people, Corey, real quick? You know, you know what I'm saying, to be able to unlock that light within them.
What's the iTunes? What's the SoundCloud?
Oh yeah,
that's just Sloan God. SLOANGOD. One word.
Yeah.
Got to get it back in. And remind me that question again, Kerry.
Man, how do you feel like these people can get into their bag, you know what I'm saying, like Sloan men do, and how can they unlock that light within themselves to be able to chase their dreams, their passions, their goals, and become better people?
Stay more consistent than consistent. Like if you're consistent, get more consistent. Whatever you're doing, triple that. Like continue that. Like don't stop that no matter what nobody say. Like people could tell you, you know what I'm saying, like, man, you might be wasting your time, or man, bro, you've been doing this for this long. Yeah, I'm gonna keep on doing it for this long. Matter of fact, now that I notice that you notice that I'm doing it, I'm gonna triple that. Because now you notice that I'm doing it, and it's just second nature for me. Be more consistent and consistent.
That's a bando. I like that.
That's a long.
Well, hey, bro, appreciate you coming in here and dropping this wisdom and coming in and spreading that light, man. So have a good evening, my brother.
Absolutely.
I got you.
Yeah. Follow Sloan God on all platforms.
You know it.
Yeah. So yeah, we got another brother. I sent him the link. I don't know if he got that.
He did get it.
Did he get it? Is he in the waiting room?
Let me see.
Yeah, so just resetting the room again, everybody. You know what I'm saying? We talking about new beginnings. We talking about things that we need to be able to do to move forward in a new season of our life, wherever we at. The importance of it, man. You can't be on the same stuff all the time, my guy or my girl. You gotta grow. You gotta grow, and that's what this new stuff does for us. It helps us grow. Let's see. Hey, what up, Cuzzo? I see you tapping in, Cuzzo. So you want to hop in? You can hop in now. Yeah. Boom.
His Zoom is updating right now. He'll be on there in a second.
Yeah. And then if I go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying to call me on the update. He'll be on there in a second.
Yeah, for sure.
So how's the book doing, man? Let's talk about the book, because that's talking about new things. That's a big new thing. That's a big endeavor, bro. You became an author. You're a published author now.
Yeah, thank glory to God, bro. Nah, man, it's been you know, it's kind of standing alone from me now. So now I feel like in the community where I'm at, Colleen, bro, it's like now I meet people and I don't quite know them, but now they actually know of the book. Like they'll be like, oh, you the author. Or they'll be like, oh, like, you know, my daughter got the book. Like, you know, I kind of checked it out a little bit. I saw you was real vulnerable with the book and things like that. And that's the stuff that, I mean, that's what I wanted. I wanted to get it out to the people. Like, I think the thing with the book has been now just learning marketing, you know, just learning marketing and being able to get it to who it needs to get to, because that's my main thing. And I mean, I sold, you know, I told y'all how many copies I sold before. We up towards 200 copies sold, you know, just in the area. I haven't even expanded to as far as I want to expand, but I feel like You know, I work on God's timing, bro. I work on just strategic marketing, you know, getting out, building the brand. You know, I am what the book is. Like I was a student athlete and I became this man who we are, you know what I'm saying, today and impacted people. And I want people to be empowered being a student athlete. I don't want these children to come up and think that all they are is an athlete. I'm giving them the basics and I'm giving them the self-help in the back of the book so you can feel empowered to be a person. You ain't got to worry about, dang, I'm trying to get an offer. Like, is anybody going to call me? Is anybody like, no, it's not that deep. Like, it's not that deep. It's college is literally, do we see value in you? Do you portray value? Do you display value? Okay, we invest in you. Boom, get you on campus. You go do your job. You go get your degree. You leave and you go do what you need to do in the real world. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a system, but you a person. So the book's doing well though, bro. It's been doing well. It's been getting received. People are reading it. You know, people don't like to read like that though. That's what made me nervous. So I need to do the audio book ASAP. That's what I know I need to do.
That'll be big.
That's gonna be big. That's gonna be monumental. And we gonna get our book going too. The Be a Light podcast. We're gonna get our, you know what I'm saying? Don't trip.
That's why I love that your brother said consistency, man. That's like we can talk about like things we struggle with. That's what I struggle with. I be trying to do so many different things that it's hard to be consistent on one. But getting my mind right on that, like we really get everything kicked off the way we wanted to. We got a lot of big things coming. Be a Light is going right in the light, going nationwide with it.
And I think that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like you talking about that consistency, you got to help yourself too, like with outside stimulus, like, you know what I'm saying? First and foremost, your associations, like you got to associate with consistent people to be consistent. So we already doing that, you know what I'm saying? And then you got to be able to put stuff in your environment that facilitates your systems. Like I'm going to do something. Like when I was writing, bro, I literally, every time I stepped in this room right here, like I knew this was time to write, at least a page or two. I stepped in here, I sat down, I got on the computer, I start typing. Like, boom, got a page or two done. I get up, go do whatever else I need to do during the day. And I come back, you know what I'm saying? Maybe someday I'll do more than others, but bro, you got to set yourself up with external stimuli versus the internal. Cause sometimes your internal start lying to you. Like, you be like, bro, I'm tired, bro. I ain't really trying to rock with this today. Like, I'm, you know what I'm saying? Somebody stressed me out. Like, you know.
You'll sell yourself short real quick.
Yeah, bro, you know how it go. You got to be kind of, you know, present and know that you just got to beat that hammer. Like me and my brother, we on the same tip with that. Like you got to keep swinging that hammer. Like you stop swinging that hammer, bro, that's when things go south. Get depressed, beat yourself up, etc. So
it always like I hate when I have to refer to social media memes, but it's that little meme with a dude who was digging. And it's like, man, he was an inch away. He just turned around, walked away, but the other side of the wall was diamonds and all that. It's real, bro. That's why we use little, you know, repeated things like that. It's a very real thing. But I see my boy Steph is in here. Welcome to the Be a Light podcast, my man.
What's going on?
So,
you know, one of my closest lifelong friends. Wanted to bring my man on today. He gonna talk to us a little bit about just new beginnings, what new beginnings mean to you, you know, kind of some of the things you do mentally to prepare for a new beginning. And I personally brought my boy on just because I know where he is in life right now, on a new career path, everything like that. So I feel like he has some good things to add on.
What's going on, brother?
Nothing much, man. How you doing?
Man, living the dream, man. Blessed and highly favored, man. What you got for us?
You know, let's take this conversationally. You know, lead me down the path that you want me to go. So therefore I can kind of enlighten, and then we can kind of get into tangent from there instead of me going into some, you know, long soliloquy.
This is why I brought him on here. I knew he was gonna say that.
Hey, this is how I know this your partner. He just said soliloquy. Any brother use the word soliloquy is Nate's homie. So this is what we gonna do. Nah, bro, we was talking to my brother a minute ago. We brought him in and we kind of was chopping it on just like, you know, new situations warrant you know, openness, right? They warrant like the ability to be able to be open and understand that like this experience is going to teach me something. Maybe this experience is going to be hard, but I'm going through it because, you know, it's for the greater good, or, you know, attacking a goal is going to be, you know, beneficial to my bottom line, or like, you know, maybe I got to get this money right now because I need this money, but is leading to something else, right? So like kind of I guess along those lines, man, because like for me, like I was saying earlier, like bro, these new seasons, I know I'm gonna learn twice when I try something new or when I go through something new. I'm gonna learn twice. I'm gonna learn the things that I want to continue to do, and I'm also gonna learn the things I don't. You know what I'm saying? So I guess kind of added to that. I mean, what do you think in regards to some of that stuff? You know, and
You
maybe
know,
the things you got going.
when you start talking about new beginnings and you're talking about beginnings, you know, if you think about it, it's just an extension. It's not really technically a new beginning.
Oh,
That I know we like to try to turn the page and act like we're some new thing, but we're not. At the end of the day, we're going to take the things that we learned from that situation, that lesson, whatever was going on, and we're just going to add it to the individual that we are. Or we're going to take some negative behaviors and continue to perpetuate that moving forward. So I think it's more along the lines of understanding that it's our life that we live isn't really linear. And if we're thinking about it from beginning to end, and then when something changes in our lives, that means we dead ourselves or end ourselves. And I think that's where we fall short with understanding that we have to continue to progress. And just because something stops doesn't mean we end. And because we don't end and we're continuing to push forward, it only makes sense that we're just going to add. So to, you know, I mean, I just think it's a choice of words. And I think that's how you start your process as far as what you think or how you can think.
I love that.
Philosophy podcast. I love it. Nah, that's real though. Like we talk about how it's always a process, right? And that's exactly what he's saying. You continuing to grow through the process. Like the good, the bad, you take it, you learn from it. So I think that's really dead on. I like saying new beginning because if it's something that you haven't done before, right? You're beginning a new path. But it's really like, yeah, no, I always go back to video games, Jones. Is you're my player. You unlocked a new badge on my player, bro. Now you have to go. Like I've been playing FIFA. I just unlocked a new skill tree on FIFA. Now I can do different things. That's
Yeah.
really how you got to approach it. Right? You approach everything like that. I'm still the same. I think I play striker or whatever center fielder on FIFA. I'm still the same center fielder I was. I run up and down the field. I try to score. I can just do it in a different way now. But
Yeah.
you know, I like that. Make it a process, not just a new. I like what you said too. Like not cutting yourself off where something is supposed to. That's a good
Bro.
way to look.
I think that goes into the expectation aspect of things, because when you start thinking, I failed at whatever it was, because the only reason we're even talking about new beginnings is more than likely because you failed at something, you know. So therefore, you can have new beginnings that is a new job or a new career option, like you said, or you know, maybe a new relationship. So therefore you're like, oh my goodness, a new path, but it's still along the lines of the same thing. So I think when we open ourselves up to interpretation, just really can say like, hey, okay, new badge here, new badge there, you know. And it's like starting new paths doesn't necessarily have to be a new beginning, because you are already on your journey. And that's all I was getting at. I'm not saying like it doesn't make sense and there is a time and a place, but I do like it in the sense of saying, okay, here's the new chapter in the journey, you know.
Yeah.
So then just a new beginning, like it's a new book.
Absolutely. I love that you said that. It's a new chapter. You know what I'm saying? It's like I've always heard it called, don't put periods, put commas. Like, you know what I'm saying? And you always want to live an and lifestyle, not an or. So it's like everything is compounding upon one another. And I love also what you said about the word choice too, because affirming yourself is important. You know, like for believers, like prayer is affirmation, right? It's like you continually to tell yourself what you want in your life. You talk to whoever you talk to, whatever you believe in, wherever you go with your spirituality, that stuff is affirming what you want moving forward. And like, you know, the game's not linear. It's not linear. It's going to change. Everything is going to continually change. And you have to be flexible. And it's like, there's always going to be an end to everything. Like everything will stop at some point and become something else. Like it's not going to, you cannot continue to have the same mindset, the same effort level, the same, you know, style of, you know, work or, you know, play, however you do things, you have to change, you grow up, you mature. So you have to consistently be honoring the fact that the stage of where you at, it's gonna take a different type of hustle, take a different type of understanding, take a different type of, whatever it may be. So that's why I think about with this. I think that's the beauty though. That's you get to start something fresh sometimes in regards to like it's not brand new, like you never been there before, but it's like that chapter, right? It's like, okay, chapter 3, chapter 10, chapter 12. It's like, okay, now this is the chapter where I'm gonna turn up. This is the chapter where I'm gonna be a little more reserved. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I'm observing everything and I may be a little wounded at this time. Maybe I need to heal, Those are important things to understand when you're talking about, the transitions, dog. The transitions are big. So I rock with that, man. We gotta bring you back more, bro. Yeah, we gotta bring you back more. Yeah. You sound like Nate over here. Y'all over here, the philosopher's stone. That boy's kicking that Socrates game. Kicking that Socrates game.
Oh man.
Real talk. But man, brother, you got anything to leave with the people in regards to like, because we always talk about light cultivation, and when we talk about that, we mean like, being your highest self, man. How do you feel like, right now, what is something you can leave with our people that will help them unlock their higher selves? Or what are you doing to kind of, move yourself on that journey to find out who the best you is right now?
I think I'm just living with perception is reality, understanding that what I perceive and therefore what I can control within myself, what I want, I can bend to my will. And therefore, if I perceive I'm gonna get that job, or I'm gonna get this raise, or I'm gonna get this lady, or this is who I'm gonna, whatever it is, whatever I'm perceiving it to be, I think making it my reality instead of wishing for it has been something that has really worked for me. And I think, I would definitely share others to really pursue, affirming themselves, but, changing their perception of things so that way they can change their reality.
Yeah, I like that. Work versus wish.
Yep.
Work. Straight up.
Sure.
Yeah, but we appreciate you being on here, brother. Man, you be safe, man. Thank you so
Appreciate you guys
much.
for having me. Thank you.
We're gonna bring you back, bro. We're gonna bring you back. It's a calm brother right here, bro. This brother ain't like his heart rate ain't got up none this whole podcast, bro.
Always, he's the problem.
Yeah. But all right, brother.
All right, yeah.
All right, so boom. Man, so I mean we got on here, we built, we did it with half the podcast. Shout out to Jarrell, shout out to Nate, DeMarcus.
What did they have, a birthday party?
They had a birthday party. I think it's DeMarcus' son, I think.
Okay, that's understandable. Shout out to DeMarcus' son.
Yeah, happy birthday to the little homie. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the birthday. We family first, bro. We all about the family. You know what I'm saying? Family, and more family. All that. And we're gonna leave it at that. So
hey, and I'm gonna tell you, with your family, be grateful when you got them, man. I had not really reality check or anything today, but just one of those little moments that test you. I went to my grandparents' house for one specific thing. One thing. Carrie was one thing. One thing that I didn't even really need to go over there for.
Yeah.
Carrie, I ended up moving stuff in a storage unit out in the hot Texas heat today.
Yeah, you already know.
I got an opportunity to help my grandpa do something. I got an opportunity to spend a little time with my grandpa. Perception is everything. Like my man said, perception makes your reality, bro.
Hey, real talk. Real talk. That perception is big, and you know that the experience is gonna be big. At the time, you like, man, it's hot out here, but you gotta reframe it though. And you reframe it, you understand that this is love. Love is a duty.
Oh, love is a duty. Boy, love make you hot. Love make you go out there and feel like in 103-degree heat.
Man, and why not do it for the ones you love? You know what I'm saying? Why turn down an opportunity to show your love to your loved ones? Even if it may not be opportune, it's still an opportunity to show that love to the ones that mean the most to me. Bars. So you know what I'm saying? We doing that. But man, how we unlocking that light, Nate? What we need to do? Where we need to frame our focus?
The word of the day is consistency. That's where it starts. Honestly, like you're talking about getting back into school, new beginnings, the best way to get through it is to be consistent. When we going back to being athletes, it's install week, and we run the same play 95 times in a row on a Monday because I need you to know it. The only way you're gonna know it is consistency.
Yeah.
Build on it, right? Take a step every day towards where you want to be. It might be the same step. Take the step until you get it right. Take the step until you feel confident with it. Boom. Now you got something else to go on. Keep on going.
Yeah. Yeah. And I build on that. So you gotta be consistent. You gotta keep going. We in install week, and then the things that you fear the most, you gotta take head on. You gotta don't leave any fears in the back of the closet. Don't leave them back there. Pull them out, face them, ring them out, look at them from all angles, and really identify what that fear is, because it's false evidence preparing real. So it's mainly because you're not prepared for what it is, whatever this is. Something about it hasn't had a major bearing on your life quite yet, but make it that. Like, get familiar with it, because we finna run it over. So we finna run it over and we're gonna use it. So, man, Be Like Podcast, y'all. Make sure y'all smashing the like button, making sure y'all reaching out to us, making sure y'all subscribing to the channel. Make sure y'all give great energy in the comments, man. We love y'all so much. Be Like Podcast, baby. We out.
Make sure y'all send y'all kids to school acting right.
Man, because if they not acting right, I'm sending an email home. That's a fact.